My role here as a volunteer, I'm a retired scientist from the James Hutton Institute in Invergowrie, so I have an interest in growing food plants. Particularly, my particular interest when I was doing research was on finding environmentally friendly ways to control pests, to reduce pesticides. I joined Campy Growers for several reasons. One is that I was retired and looking for trying to do something useful for the community. I used to come here regularly as a dog walker, but I was not aware of Campy Growers until my wife saw it on social media and said they were looking for volunteers. So I thought it was a good way to get involved, maybe help out a bit on insect pests, some of my knowledge from 30 or 40 years of research, but also to learn because I have a small vegetable plot at home, but I'm not really an expert on growing fruit and vegetables, so I came here to help and to learn at the same time. It's good for social interaction with other people from all ages and backgrounds here, so it's really interesting just to chat and find out about what their stories are and why they've come as well.
My name is Justine. I'm a second-year student with Dundee University doing a community education. So that means that I am looking for community engagement. I'm looking for people to get involved, reduce isolation, build confidence and capacities within communities and upskill people to allow them to have a better future. Campy Growers does lots of different things. So Campy Growers supplies food, it grows food, it composts waste food from FareShare. So we have many partners as well that are involved in this. The main thing is they grow all their own quality produce. They grow it an organic principle. It means that all our veg is allowed to grow naturally, so we don't actually introduce any pesticides or anything that could harm the soil or the plants or the animals that come to feed on our gardens sometimes. I really like harvesting. I like getting out. I just put my music on, getting lost in all the different things that the gardens have to offer. It's been great for my mental health. It's great to see all the creatures and all the critters and all the bugs. I enjoy the variety, so knowing that we come into the Love Tunnel and we have all our squashes, and then we go into our polytunnels and we have all our tomatoes. It's just amazing what can be grown locally.
The favourite task is harvesting things like tomatoes, cucumbers, things, because that's kind of the end product of lots of people's hard work, and then you can take some home to taste. But also, last few weeks, for example, we had a particular problem on some of the brassicas where we had an insect which had caused a lot of problems. So, and it just happened to be one that I'd been researching 30 years ago. So it was interesting for me to have a look and to remember back as to what we were doing research on, and maybe try and bring some ideas that might be able to help them in the future to control pests like this cabbage root fly.
Signpost International is a big partnership that we have. So they are working within Dundee with the Roundhouse, which uses our surplus food and allows them to cook meals and deliver them to local larders, which allows people to access food that they wouldn't normally have. They get to taste the grows of Camperdown and they get to interact with an amazing organisation which helps with food insecurity and food poverty.
The compassion part is to provide food free for people that can't afford fresh fruit and vegetables or don't have ready access to a garden or something. So, and reaping change, it's important that community gardens like this are established in urban areas so that people get a connection between where their food comes from and how it's grown, and then also how to prepare and cook fresh fruit and vegetables, which is obviously a healthy thing for them. So it's to make it more affordable and also provide healthy food for people that maybe can't afford to buy it normally from a supermarket.
Sow Compassion, Reap Change speaks to me as sustainability. So it's allowing people to actually upskill themselves and allow them to discover new things about growing that they wouldn't normally have thought of. So growing up in Dundee, we're not all very veggie orientated, and this is a great place to introduce people because most of the things you could just take off the branches and eat them as it goes. It encourages curiosity, which I love. Gives people the initiative that it's grassroots, you can start your own thing. It's harvest to fork, you can sow it, actually watch it grow, and then you reap the changes and the benefits from it. And it's not just a personal thing, it's a community empowerment and engagement as well, because if one person's grown something, it's kind of communal, you could then share and grow tips.
Sow Compassion,
Reap Change.